What do we got? We got ourselves Team Rogues on Team Blue with Azure Shift playing that Troll Rogue. We got ourselves Money having a having a good time over there with a puppy on his head. We got ourselves Shifty Man, but we also got Zully representing Shadow Priest and Christia playing that Red Pally. And we got Team Red with the casters from ATS to Limpa Liam to Law with Nyax leading the charge as an unholt Frost Death at this time. And we got ourselves Sabrina on the Rogue. You just showed me the other hour, I guess the best way to put it, earlier today, that you got your hidden skin. That's a cool hidden skin. I don't use it nearly as much, but that is honestly one of the coolest hidden skins back in the day, and it was really hard to farm too. Incredibly hard to farm, like it was insane. Alrighty, boys, good luck and have fun. Who's going to be going up first? Who's going to be going up last? Listen, it's going to be ATS on the Fire Mage, and it's going to be, of course, one of the rogues coming in, making sure to put up his deadly poison. No wound poison against a mage, I guess, since mages can't heal. There's no point of doing that. But I would still go with wound poison if I were playing Assassination. It's going to be going to getting a shot onto ATS. Already, Shifty is just getting himself an opener. And this is not popping any cooldowns here. Just gonna go for a TFA, trying to avoid the Dragon's Breath. Still gets nabbed by it into a poly, not trinketing it. It's actually gonna get cleaned on all the abilities. Trinket coming out as a G-Pie is trying to come out. Not gonna happen. He's rooted, and Shifty is gonna have a meteor dropping on his head, do quite a bit of damage. He's going to pop himself a little bit of a sippy cup just to get a heal going. HH is going to get a couple fire blasts in with a temporal to cover himself. Hopefully that'll be enough to keep him afloat. Missing that Dragon's Breath, however, and Shifty landing that killing shot onto ATS, popping out the Crucible, trying to get some damage in there. That's going to be quite a bit of dot damage. Shifty getting hit with a polymorph. Now he's out of a trinket. All he has is Vanish and Cloak of Shadows, which can still be huge, but that Ring of Frost does not connect with ATS. Wasn't all that careful with it. Still gonna land a second pyro unless Shifty Man does something about it. Does eat the G-Pie, but does get himself a little bit of a heal ahead of time. Although Maledict stacking up, ATS perfect opportunity to get some huge crucial damage on the Shifty, forcing out a Cloak of Shadows. This is going to be another defensive out of Rogues. ATS though completely slowed down for a moment, and Shifty catching that Vanish. That's also another massive defensive out of Shifty. So if ATS can somehow find Shifty, catch him while he's lower health, and hit him with a Ring of Frost to hold his health in the same area, same position where it's at, lowish. Oh no, he's gonna get a bit of a recovery with that, a little bit of a sippy cup. So that's gonna be a poly out of ATS. She still could go for a big one shot onto Shifty right now. If he lands here, the big Ring of Frost. Does he land it? Does he go fast? Shadow Step coming out for Shifty. It actually could be an Ice Block out of ATS. Does force out an Ice Block out of him. That's gonna be a route to continue, and ATS has everything he needs. Shifty, can he catch a restyle? Doesn't let him catch a restyle. Blind coming out though. Trinket side of it. That's gonna be more Fire Blast coming out for ATS. She keeps Shifty Man out of here into a breath. Meteor could just go for a massive combustion. Is gonna go for massive combustion. Does he have the damage? Does not have Ice Block here. It's gonna be killing shot. Shifty needs to min-max the damage. He needs to kill this mage right now. Does he have the capability? That's gonna be a little bit of a cauterize out of ATS into a TFA, but Shifty blink away by ATS. Shot to step into him. Does he have enough damage? Does not have enough damage, and that is gonna be ATS barely surviving. Does get himself a shield at the very end. That was so well played by Shifty, but just didn't have enough damage. Should have popped a Vendetta at one point. I don't even know if he did pop Vendetta at one point or another. Is the chicken out of money? Does he get hit with a poly? He does not. Is going to go for a Crucible into ATS, who does get himself a little bit of a heal at the end. Another kidney coming out. Does he have anything? Cyclotronic trying to come out. Doesn't drop the Cyclotronic, and money's going to dip under. Could be a perfect opportunity for ATS to catch maybe a little bit of food. Does get a Fire Blast and a shield. Getting a Fire Blast onto money just to keep him out in combat. That Crucible is going to put a quite hefty dot onto ATS, however. Does chuck out a Pyro in there. So ATS is trying to min-max the distance. Knows there could be a Shadow Step out of the Rogue any moment though. Needs to have a way to deal with this. No trinket out of money though, so that's going to be ATS getting the polymorph. Is he gonna go for damage? It looks like he's gonna try to go for damage. Does he land the Ring of Frost? So far, he is 3-4-0. He missed every single one of those rings. That is super unlucky for ATS. Just trying his best, but I think it could be him going down here. Mage coming in onto money. Does hit him with a freeze for a second. Has himself the smallest shield in the world. Another blind out of yet another rogue, and money might have himself the perfect opportunity here. I don't know any way that ATS recovers unless he gets himself a temporal off and survives by a hair. He might still have a chance here. Breath onto money. Polymorph coming out, full polymorph, has an opportunity. ATS does not have a lot of health, does not have a way to reheal. Could maybe pop an invis and maybe get the hell out of there. Is going to polymorph and maybe mount up to get away from money. Could be, maybe. He's going to try to see if he can blink away. Is going to try to go for an invis. Money is going to stealth up, try to see if he can find. Stand next to ATS, might have a chance. ATS does not have himself a good opportunity at all here. And actually, first hitting, and money does not notice him. Hey, the longer you go for this, money actually is completely money. Somebody turn on his monitor. Money, what's going on, my man? His graphics card decided just to luck out for the time being. The monitor shut off. You're just going in blind here, boys. ATS getting full food. No money. Oh my god, my boy. Somebody tell him to turn on the health bars. No, ATS is sneakier than a rogue. He just snuck away with that food. He snuck away with a goddamn meal. He had a whole banquet, whole buffet to his capability there. Money, my man, that is just so unlucky. It's gonna have to wait it out a little bit, but that gives ATS at least opportunity, man. Whew. I know everybody hates rogues. Maybe some of you guys will be happy to know that a mage was able to get lucky here to fight another day. Might make it quite a good deal here. Gonna be a mark for that kidney shot for money, but it's gonna be Cloaker Shot is pre-cloaking in case there's gonna be Dragon's Breath. ATS getting himself with that temporal rolling. Does want to go for a breath, doesn't miss the breath. Oh, tricking out of money onto the breath. Still could polymorph right now, and that's gonna be a full poly here. Does get interrupted on, I think, Arcane for a second. Polymorph, vanish. Oh my god, money's going through every single cooldown right now. ATS making sure to go for as many insta-casts as he can because he gets a little bit of health back every time he insta-casts. Does have dots rolling on him, so the saps do break. Instant the kidney shot, and money could go for a setup. Cheap shot coming in as soon as a trinket comes out of ATS. I don't know if money planned to do that or not, but he's going to send a crucible at him. ATS just trying to get a couple fire blasts into money. Getting the dot mastery sizzling rolling. Does want to go for a breath here. Does he land the polymorph? ATS, my man, you cannot miss this Ring of Frost right now. You have to make it. So far, you've been of 044. It does land it. That's going to be a great part of us. And it's off, boys. And it's flying. Money has no way to deal with. That's going to be a Malek on top of his concoction that he just burned. With that mastery burning, money needs to go for a defensive, actually good blind onto ATS. As soon as he ice blocked and busted out of that. So for money, that's not a game over just yet. ATS, however, could catch him. Does hit him with AoE. Money, no! Money, where is that re-stealth, man? Oh, money. Oh, no. And Christy is going to give him a full honor duel. What a nice guy. What a genuine guy. I like that. Finish him. Fatality. Oh, my God, dude. Oh, my God. Oh, that'd be so cool. You know what? Get like a stream deck or something and then hit him with a finish him every time somebody's close to death. I'm pretty sure that's copyright though. But that would be cool. Or like a, maybe like a big ogre, finish him. You know what I mean? Something like that and some sort of words on screen. Although I feel like that should be maybe copyright. Anyway, Chrissy is going to get himself a Shield of Vengeance rolling a little bit early with the Hand of Freedom. Going to get a Hodge onto ATS. Try to see if he can cycle through his holding power to get a little bit of damage. Try to go for the Tempest Verdicts back to back. Going to be a breath by Christia. Shield of Vengeance is going to be down. Does he land the Polymorph? He does shimmer for it. Shimmy shimmy over there. That's going to be great. A Pyroblast. Does he land the Ring of Frost right here? Looks like he does not. And Christia is going to be able to get away for free. That was a couple Fire Blasts out of ATS. Does have a... did have himself a... Pyroblast available, but instead went for a Flame Strike just to get some AoE damage. Christy are going to recover in health. And instant mount up. Oh yeah, we got the Halloween event. Everybody's going to have instant mounts. You guys better get your Witch's Broom so you can instantly mount up every time you get a chance. Use it while you got it. I feel like that shouldn't be allowed in Arena, but if everybody has it, then... you know, it doesn't matter. Bubble coming out of Crucio while they are 100% topped off, but maybe they'll look at a dampening being like 19%. They decided, you know what? That was a setup by ATS. I don't have a better way to counter it, so Bubble right now. Maybe I can get a setup right after. Could go for a setup. Gonna be a trinket out of ATS as he gets hit with the big wings out of Crucio. Gonna be a Polymorph. Crucio is not gonna have an answer for it. Too bad they don't have a Bubble. And that's going to be Ring of Frost. Does connect. That's going to be a second Ring of Frost that connects. That's 2 for 2. Actually, one of the Ring of Frost didn't connect with Christian Maledict. And that's going to be everything out of ATS. Christian doesn't stand a chance. He used to get a heal somewhere in between. That's going to be a power blast around the corner. And does land on him. Zully is up next. Landing a fear onto ATS. He doesn't have his... Or he should have his... Oh no, he didn't have his... Wait, I think he should have had his racial though. His undead racial? I was trying to figure out the numbers with the trinket. And at least 30 seconds passed since last time he used the trinket. Either way, maybe he forgot about it for a second. But that's going to be ATS versus Zully. Blinking away as the Shadow Priest is actually starting to put quite a bit of pressure. ATS is fully on the run. Trying to see if he can get himself a little bit of recovery. Zully is actually holding the advantage here as a Shadow Priest. The silence, the stun, the fear, the ability to just dot up somebody and clean ATS completely could be huge. ATS does land himself though. The polymer, which is crucial for his setup. Ring of Frost doesn't quite connect unless Zully walks into it. That's going to be, oh, trying to get a setup. That's going to be an interrupt on Zully. Does he get to blink to it? No, he does not get to shimmer over there. And Zully is going to use a totem trinket that is going to apply them some healing. That totem actually did him some heals. So that's going to be his way that he's going to be approaching these duels. At least he has some sort of a heal. Mindbender coming down. Going to be a temporal. Zully needs to take that off immediately. But their health is also not looking that good. Greater Fade coming out right now. And it's going to go for a massive recovery. And ATS looking to maybe get a massive Pyroblast onto the... onto the Mindbender. Zully is still going to recover on health. We are 10 minutes in. 31% dampening is going to land if you're on THH. He does break out of it immediately. Going to interrupt Zully on Shadowcast. And actually going to be a free Pyroblast. Could be a defensive on Zully. The Archer below in health does go for a Disperse, but maybe a little bit too late. Does the Disperse do a lot? It does give him a little bit of healing. And Zully is going to counter that with a stun onto HH. HH still holding onto Ice Block if needed. Landing a breath onto Zully with a Ring of Frost. Has no answer for this. Does have himself Empiric Embrace. All those dots from ATS that are sitting on him could be enough. Meteor with a greater power to swap in health with Azure. That is allowed for Shadow Priest. We do allow that, but that's going to allow Zully a little bit of a brand new health bar to deal with. Landing a silence on ATS. He's going to Ice Block and give him the cold shoulder for a moment. And Zully is going to go for a massive spell into a breath by ATS. And he's back on the run. And Azure Shiv is going to try to start healing ASAP while he got it. Now, this might feel like, oh, whoa. I don't like that. That feels like, whoa, the Shadow Priest has an advantage. How many times have you seen in duels where Shadow Priest actually lands some sort of a massive advantage? This is the closest duel we've had. Caster versus caster. Zully completely maledict right now. Fully necrotic out. Is going to have to start burning throughout necrotic. Starting to recover their health a little by little. 40% dampening. Does ATH have himself food? Does he get a tick of food? Looks like maybe one. Stun onto ATS, trinkets out of it, breath onto Zully. Ring of Frost has no answer for it. Does have a trinket actually. Does also have a greater fade. Is going to walk out of the Meteor. Vampiric Touch is coming out while he has a fear onto ATS. Silence on ATS. He might not have an answer for this here. That could also be greater fade for Zully though to make sure that they are defensive enough. That's going to be greater fade. Does ATS have an interrupt available? Is going to get Cauterize proccing yet again. Interrupting Zully on their cast for Shadow. And it's trying to scorch him down. Does he have enough Pyroblast coming in? Oh, they end up sniping one another out. Zully did get a proc from one of their Azeroth traits, a massive Azeroth spike to spike ATS. Oh, it's hard to tell which one of these guys is actually the winner. Who won? I want to say, like, I think ATS still went for a 1v4, so now Zully has 1 kill, ATS has 4 kills. I think it's still a 1v4, right? And it's going to be Azure Shiv allowing an Outlaw to land an opener. It's going to be instant disarm. I don't know if you want to go for that instant disarm after the cheap shot though, but it's going to be Sabrina. Going in, trying to get a little bit of damage. Going to be get the shot out of Azure Shift. Could go for a full Vendetta. Is going to go for a full Vendetta. And that's going to be kind of a late trinket out of Sabrina though. But it's going to be a full evasion for Azure. Sabrina is going to click a shot of some of that Vendetta. But needs to get the hell away from Azure. Now that evasion is off, needs to land a slow, needs to get those pistol shots rolling. Looks like he's still able to get those pistol shots from afar. And that's going to be a full between the eyes killing spree available for Sabrina, but it's going to be a trinket out of Azure. It's going to turn around the damage onto Sabrina with a kidney shot. That's going to be a full parry for Sabrina. Vanish for Azure. Sabrina's going to go for a self-heal playstyle right now, using the Crucible Flame in order to get a self-heal. Azure does not have any dots on him, so he's actually clean. Sabrina needs to count himself some sort of reset without any dots and maybe pick up the eye. Might need to just sprint for that eye. He's next to it. Gonna be a feint or a fan of knives for Azure trying to get Sabrina out. Stunned by the Outlaw rogue. Doesn't have enough. It's gonna be a disarm to follow. Good disarm. Using the self-heal with a crucible, and then disarm is about to fall off. Does fall off with a gouge. Smoke bomb coming up for Azure. Trying to get the Outlaw rogue inside of the smoke bomb. Gonna shadow step him into a kid shot. Does get himself his racial rolling for a little bit extra haste. And that's gonna be a cloak of shadows for Azure as Sabrina uses a crucible defensively. Look like he used it offensively for a second. Nice and venom at the end for Azure. The stun from the Outlaw did not last long enough. And Azure looking to catch a reset. Is Nagus going to go for an honor duel? It looks like he's giving him the opportunity to get an honor duel. It looks like he's allowing for it. He's kind of just chilling out the middle. Just flying around. And Azure shift all the way to the other side. Yeah, he's giving him basically the full opportunity. Unless he picks up the eye. Giving him full opportunity. Azure, you better heal. He might pick up the eye. He did pick up. No, did he? He did. Okay. So now as you run over it and it doesn't get picked up. Gonna be a sap onto Nyx. He chickens out of it immediately into a kidney shot. Pin playing a Frost Death Knight. For some reason I thought he was Unholy for a little bit. I guess the mount being all green made me think of Unholy. Stun onto Azure shift right now, and Nyx is gonna try to see if he can get some damage going onto this rogue. Did quite a bit of damage for Frost in a short amount of time he had. Blind onto Nyx. Does not have an answer for this one though. No more trinket available, so Azure is looking that you might actually be able to catch yourself full reset. The long dot, the, what is it, Frost Fever for Nyx though, is going to keep Azure shift coming out of cell for a while. It's like a 30-second dot duration. So if Nyx is fast enough, he might be able to refresh it. Might be able to use it onto Azure. He's actually just going to just do a little bit of a 360 sap yet again. And does catch a full reset. Nyx could go for another set of eyes. Or could wait. He is down a trinket. Azure is waiting for that Vendetta and waiting for Cloak of Shadows to be available. Does have evasion, does have a vanish. So he actually has quite a lot with a trinket available too. Nice pick. Actually, it looks like he barely walked by the eyes and picked him up. Maybe Blizzard did something about that. Going to be a full kidney shot by Azure onto Nyx. He's going to take quite a bit of damage. It's going to Lich Born out of it towards the end of it, however. That's going to be quite a bit of damage out of those two. Evasion coming out for Azure shift, trying to see if he can maybe dodge all the damage out of Nyx. Nyx tried to go for transfusion, but he can't really get any kind of heals unless he can hit it. And without evasion, it's not going to allow him get any kind of death strikes in. It's going to go for a little bit of a Dark Pact, landing a Maledict on Azure. But Nyx's health is super low, needs to find a way around it. Does not have AMS or anything. Going to be a Cloak of Shadows on Azure as he does catch himself a little bit of restart. Nyx is super low on health. Does have a trigger coming up very soon, but I think in a single stun right now, he won't have an answer. It looks like he does play Crucible in order to get himself a little bit of a self-heal. Needs to get those death strikes out into the rogue. Actually, the longer Azure is waiting, the more likely Nyx is going to have a trinket for this. Kidney shot coming out. Marfeth and Venom. It actually does not have anything at all. Next up, I think it's going to be Law versus a rogue. Oh, no. Okay, well, hopefully this Shadow Priest has a little bit of an easier time with a rogue. I guess the last Shadow Priest didn't really have an easy time with a rogue. It was a mage. It didn't have an easy time. It was like really, really close. I like that. But like I said, it's going to be an honor duel for the both of them. I think Lion's just walking. I was thinking like he's just looking over something. Maybe it's like he's going to give him like a ceremonial burial or something. It's like looking from one priest to another. You're a snack. Oh, okay, okay. Alrighty. Now that everybody has had a little bit to eat, you guys are ready to play? Yeah, you guys are ready to play? I think so. I do wonder if you can actually like watch where these spirit things go, and if La can see these. Does he see them? Because they're kind of telling him where the rogue is. Does he see these? Wait a second. I think Azure might have given him away with these little sparkles. They're literally coming right for him. If La is watching these things, he knows that the rogue is nearby. Do they go away? Wait, do the sparkles ever go away? Maybe when they get next to Azure. But look at it. They're just kind of... There we go. Was La able to see those? That's hilarious if it was. Gonna be Azure shift trying to go for a big setup onto La. La's gonna go for a little bit of a Psy Fiend, Shadow Fiend combo. Got himself a little bit of that Void, or a little bit of Empiric Embrace rolling so he can get a little bit of health back. Slapping Azure shift with a massive Azeroth beam just now. And that's going to be Azure shift catching himself a little bit of a self-heal with a Crucible, landing a zap onto La before he can get a dot rolling. So Azure shift is going to go for a little bit of reset. If he has any kind of cooldowns, he might be in a good spot. Azure shift still has all the defenses. He's still very, very low on health. But he has all the defenses at 79% dampening, however. He's basically just stuck to that 30-second cooldown of Concoction. La could go try to pick up the eyes and maybe see if he can snag a dot on Azure Shift. Any kind of dots, any prolonged dots will help him win the duel. Is going to mount up for a second, might pick up the eyes. Azure Shift should have went a little bit faster. This is going to try to see if he can hug the other side of the ramp. Might be able to land a sap onto La. La sees exactly where he's at. Does land a dot on him ahead of time with a stun. Instant trinket coming out. It's going to be Garrod out of Azure Shift into a stun onto La. Does not have a trinket available, but does have at least one dot rolling. Azure Shift is going to go for even more damage, trying to cloak himself to maintain that offensive pressure with that Cloak of Shadows. And it's even going to vanish out of there. Does take all the dots off of him. That's going to be La trying to see if he can catch a little bit of stealth, a little bit of heals with those dots. However, the sap's not going to last, and you know Azure Shift is going to wait until DR fully with all those stuns. Is he? But he is. He is. 100% is. There's no way. That'd be such a rookie mistake. He's going to go in with a Garrod, maybe get a dot, maybe mark for that kidney shot, or maybe just Garrod, mutilate, build up. Oh no, he does get the rupture, does get the mark for that kidney shot. La is in a bad situation, no defenses available, does have for himself greater fate, does land a fear. Shadowmans are trying to come out, but those Shadowmans just don't last at all. And Limp and Lim is going to be up next, trying to make sure that Azure Shift goes down before he can really end the game. It's going to be double stoning him from the Infernal into a Shadow Fury. Cannonball flying mid-air, and I think Azure Shift is out of the game. That's going to be literally first game of the day, 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Goddamn, Azure Shift tried to claw his way back after watching his team get sizzled down by ATS. I like that. That was a really good, strong game. That was a good, strong game. How's Mythic picking along? AJ, 10%. We got a jar to 10%. But better question would be how the game's going. How you doing, AJ? I hope you're having a good one, my man. Hey, please remember.